Alright, hello people. So I'm going to do a commentary over my round 5 of War Tournament. So this is a video I recorded and I did commentary in French, so I'm doing commentary over that. So it might be weird sometimes, but I'll try to do some things that make sense. My English is not the best, it is what it is, so if you have any trouble understanding what I say, or if there is stuff that is a bit unclear, feel free to ask me more details and I'll try to respond more accurately. So I'm not going to delve too much into the construction of the combo, I'm just going to explain what I did. But the basic idea of the combo was to construct a tournament combo, in tournament settings with 2 pens. So I went very classical with the construction, I wanted a very easy flow, an easy rhythm, something that when you see it, it definitely looks like a tournament combo. So I didn't do too crazy stuff with 2 pen 1 edge, and you can really go crazy. Alright, so this is the first. Oh, I think I'm just watching the combo first here. Yeah. It's something. Okay. Yeah, I'm slowing down the video, looking at it. So I'll be talking about the first thing. So yeah, I spent a lot of time hiding my pen in slot 34. So I will use classic notation for this too. If I make mistake, I'm not used to talking English about that stuff, so maybe I will make mistake, but it's okay. So I'm hiding my pen first, like the black pen, to make it think. I have only one pen, but then the second one comes out by surprise. So that was a bit of fun. I wanted to finish the combo hiding the second pen, but I just couldn't do it. I didn't find any proper way to set it up. So it was just for the start. So I start with an fingerless thumb around. Yeah. Maybe I can accelerate the video sometimes. I talk too much in French. So yeah, I do this fingerless thumb around. And while I'm going to do it, I'm going to open my hand. You will see. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm probably rambling about things. Alright, so yeah, right at the middle of the thumb around or at the end of it, I open my hand to set up the way for the next trick. So it's important not to do it too soon or too late, otherwise the orange pen is going to bump into the black one. So there is a timing about it, but it's you can work around it. So then this trick is big wrist movement and hand movement, where I will catch the orange pen on my wrist with the black pen. So the black pen doesn't move for a while here. So I use like the bottom of my index and middle finger, my palm, to just push the orange pen down, and it's pretty natural to push it down with this kind of movement after the fingerless thumb around. So it's just something that can be done. And then you just need to slap the black pen to catch it, and you bend your finger to do so. So you get it on the wrist. It's a bit precise, but it's okay. Oh yeah, and also I have all my finger bent besides my index finger. I wanted to give some kind of to get some style points here. But yeah, so right here you can see. So then after the full rotation, it's basically a swivel. You let go of the pen, the orange pen, by straightening your finger again, or at least unbending them. I'm not sure how you say actually. So yeah, the orange pen goes from under the wrist to in the more middle part of the palm. So basically the goal is going to catch it between the thumb and the palm, kind of in T1. Yeah, like that. So this is just for a brief moment, because I'm going to do basically the movement in a reverse way, the swivel movement. So I will quickly release the orange pen again so I can make way for the black pen to come over it, okay? So while I do the reverse movement of the swivel right here, I let go of the orange pen and I catch it however I can, I guess, with the black pen that goes over it. And the goal is to basically imprison the orange pen. Like right now, in this particular position, I'm not holding the orange pen at all with any finger. A little bit, you know, in between the thumb and the palm, but it's mostly just caught by the black pen. I don't know, I called it the prison. Anyway. So the goal of this is to set up the next trick. I think I'm trying to do it again. Yeah, it's a stupid trick to do. Alright. So from here, I want to do a charge with the orange pen and the black pen. So the charge is done basically with no finger. It's just hand movement and wrist movement a little. So you know, I use my hand I move my hand toward me, up and then away, like that, up and then away. So this, if you do it fast enough and you know with a different rhythm like that, it creates the illusion of a charge. I'm not sure if it can be called that. I don't really know. So then I'm going to make sure I land this charge on slot 23 with the orange pen, like that. And after that, I will do a trick that I call a double pass. I'm not sure about the names of the tricks. Like really, I don't know that kind of stuff. I just use my own terms, but I'm sure it's not actually correct, but it doesn't matter. So I don't know, I think I'm still talking about the charge somehow. Yeah. So here, yeah, I just have to move my thumb away to let go of both pen. And this is a pretty difficult spot to be in. You know, those two pen in 23 and 34, it's a weird spot. So then I want to go into the spot 12 with just one move. So I'm going to do a pass with both pen at the same time, but they are in different slot, right? So there I have to get them into 12. It's a bit tricky, especially the ring finger is in the middle of the two pen, so it's annoying. And the black pen is really close to the palm in slot 34, but after the pass you want it to be pretty much in the middle, in between your index and middle finger. So you have to do a weird pass for the black pen. Like, it's a really weird pass. So it's kind of a twisted sonic, basically. You use the hand movement to go from palm down to palm side to do it. Yeah, and the big difficulty, by the way, this is one of the hardest moments of the combo for me. I mean, at least at the beginning it was. Yeah, so very often both pen are going to cross, and you don't want that, because if both pen cross, they are not going to be in the right spot for the next trick, and then you cannot do what I planned for the next trick, like that. So that's bad. So I was making sure that the orange pen always stays outwards, you know, at the exterior of the hand, at the fingertips. Yeah, it had to stay, you know, in front, like that. So you can see in the video I really make sure to not cross the pen. Yep. So then I do a charge T1 reverse. So it's possible to do this combo and the next few tricks without doing this charge, but it was just way too hard, like I couldn't do it. So it was better to do this charge and make sure the rhythm stays good and the execution is okay. So that was a choice I made. But yeah, it was just too difficult. So then the next thing I do is what I call a pen block. So pen block is when you do one trick with the pen, but not the other. Okay, so it's only you let go of the pen that is outwards the end. In this case it's orange pen. So I will do a neosonic reverse from T1 to 12. I do another one later in the combo, a pen block thing. So you will see that I do the neosonic with only the orange pen while the black pen doesn't move. So it's a way to separate both pens that are stuck together. So it's an interesting way to separate pens. So this is still a tricky thing to do because you don't want the black pen to move because of the next trick. And then you have to do the neosonic right. Like you cannot land the orange pen in a way that's bad, like too close to the palm or something. Like it's really easy to fuck it up. Because then I'm going to do a neo back around with the black pen around the orange pen from T1 obviously. So yeah, and also after the neosonic it's really easy to cross up the pen, and if you do, then you cannot do the neo back around after that. So it was really annoying. You have to make sure you don't cross the pen again. It's an easy way to lose the combo here. So the change of rotation is a little bit weird, but gotta do what you gotta do. I try to make it smooth. So here I do the neo back over the orange pen, and while I do the neo back, I'm going to do a pass with the orange pen. So I do two tricks at the same time here. It's a fun trick to do. It's not that hard actually. It's pretty hard. I mean, everything in 2P1H is very hard, but once you get the both pen in the proper slot, you can do tricks. So it's just a timing thing. You just have to do, like, you have to bend your ring finger like that to catch the orange pen mod, and it's a timing thing. You have to figure out, like, not too soon, not too late, while you do the neo back, and that allows you to do the path and then catch the black pen in slot 12, just as you will do a regular neo back around 12. So after that, I have a long section of passes and sonics. It's funny because in 2P1H, those kind of stuff are actually really hard. So the next section was the hardest to do execution wise. It's very bad. So I use the momentum of the tricks to do a pass reverse 23-34 with the orange pen here. And at the same time, I will do a pass 12-23 with the black mod. So it's a bit weird to do because the black pen blocks the orange mod right here. So you just have to push the black pen with the orange mod to do it. It's actually fairly natural like that. You can actually do the trick without touching the both pen, but it's quite rare and it's tricky to do. You just have to make sure you create a lot of space between your finger. Not sure the right terms in English here, but if you look correctly at the video, you can see that my both ring and pinky and like those two fingers and the other two index and middle finger are really far apart from each other, right? So if you can do it in a certain way with a mod in a certain way, you can do it without both pen touching together, but it's not relevant really. It's actually much easier to do it when they touch each other. So then you complete both passes. Yeah. Beautiful mods, by the way. Gifted by Vortex. Thank you very much. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's taking a while. I don't want to move the video because then I might forget stuff. So after this, I'm going to do the same trick I did at the beginning of the combo, but without the charge. So it's not a twisted sonic this time, it's just a regular pass. And I'm going to do this double pass again when I go from 34 and 23 to 12 with both pen. And also the angle of the palm is different. I know it's the same trick, but it's done differently. I didn't even notice at first. And so then I'm going to do another pen block after this with a sonic reverse. So I'm just going to do sonic reverse with the black pen and not the orange pen. So that's going to stay in 12 like that. Here I just split the pen with the sonic reverse, and I will do a pass reverse 23-34 again with the black pen, and this one is going to push the orange pen again, and so it will be very easy to do the next pass with the orange pen. I don't think it's a problem that pen touch each other. I think it's a very good use of both pen actually. I know some people don't like pen touching together, but I think it's actually very good. It can be very good as long as you maintain good execution, which is the hardest part obviously. See, like it pushes the pen and it allows for a good pass, you know? Alright, and then here, so there's this wall section. So in this section, I do 2 swooks. So I will show what kind of tricks those are. So here, I will do the first one with the orange pen. So the goal is to bend your finger so that you free up the mod from 23. It's just this trick I'm demonstrating. I'm not sure how to explain it really. But then after that, you have your ring finger in the middle of 2 mods, you know. It touches the palm. It's a good way to move slot. And then the orange mod lands in slot 12 basically. I mean, you can catch it in slot 12 right here. So then I'm going to do another swag, but this time with the ring finger after that. Oh yeah, and the black pen, then it's the same. You can catch it in T1. So here I do the second swag by removing the ring finger, and then both pen are just held only by the pinky finger. So then there I have done both works. So this is good because it sets me up to have a pen in 12 and a pen in T1 like that. So then I'm going to do with the orange pen, I'm going to do an in-out charge in thumb cross. I'm not sure about the terms again, but you will see. It's a trick I have already done in round 3, fail to frame tricks. So yeah, I just thumb cross. You cannot really do a proper thumb cross because of both pens, but I put my thumb under the pen and the index. I bend the index, you know, right here, and I catch the orange pen in T1, and I'm going to move it past my index finger, and it's going to land in T1. So you just have to catch it basically over there, and then you unbend, straighten the index finger. It's a cool trick, very visual trick. It's not that hard once you understand how to do it. Okay, and then I'm going to do the next movement. So the next movement is just a big effect Like I just hold the pen in T1 and I'm going to do a big wrist movement like that and that, okay? So this is just to set up the finish. I mean, it's actually the one of the most important part, because the setting up the finish is extremely hard. So I do this movement with both pen in T1, and when I come back from the movement, alright, so here I start, both pen in T1, I do the move, and you just have to send the pen away, it has to be fast. And then when you come back, you have to put your middle finger in between the two mods, alright? And the goal is to have this orange pen as close as you can to the palm, because you want to do the spider spin then and the pen bust at the end. So this is the final spot for the orange pen, and it's very, very important you have it right here. And also you want it in the middle. You want to hold it in the middle like that, because if you hold it too much on the extremity, it makes it very hard to do anything after that. So you just have to be a bit precise to catch the pen in 23. And also I will catch the black pen in 12. I still hold with the thumb at that point, but I'm going to release the thumb after I catch both pen. Here I release everything, and then, well, you have to do another weird rotation change. So you catch the black pen in T2, and then it's the finish. Not sure what I'm talking about in French. So yeah, there was a lot of option to do this finish, but it was hard, because the pen is in 12 and it goes in the opposite rotation as a spider spin, but you want to do a spider spin, so you have to change everything. It's a bit whack, but you have to do it. So catching the black pen with the proper spot to do this trick. So it's a wiper or a cardioid, kind of like the end of a cardioid. Yeah, here I'm talking about how the orange pen needs to be properly set up. So yeah, you do the direction change with the black pen, and then you have to do the spider spin after a wiper. So it's not that bad actually. I mean, the spider spin itself with the orange pen in between the ring and the middle finger, it's not harder than a regular spider spin, or not much anyway. What is very difficult about it is that you have to set up the pen here in the middle of the combo, so that's what's difficult about it. So, and then it's a hybrid between extended thumb around, fingerless extended thumb around, and a pen bust or pen itura. I'm not sure how you call that stuff. So the pen goes over the thumb, over the index finger, you bend the index finger, and then it goes over the ring and the mod, and then you do the classic bust movement to fly the mod around it, and you do it with a continuous you do it twice basically. Continuous trick. There. So it's just a big hand movement. You have to try your best to mimic a bust movement, I guess. You have to think the orange mod is a finger. So if you think of it as a finger, then you need to move your hand accordingly. You have to mimic what your hand will do in a regular bust situation. I'm very happy I got to do this finish with the continuous, because doing it once is alright. That's what I wanted to do at first, but I don't know. I got it, I guess. It's hard to do a good execution on everything. So yeah, I pretty much talked about everything. Again, if you have any question, feel free to ask. Yeah, so this combo is really hard. I mean, for me, it was really hard. It's by far the hardest I've made. And I'm really proud about the execution, actually. I know there's still mistakes in it, but for me, the execution is actually really, really, really good. Like, it's, for me, the thing I like the most about this combo is the execution, because it's so easy to fuck up. It's more than twice as hard as a regular combo. Way more than twice as hard. But it's possible. I'm sure I could improve it too with more time, but I'm really happy with what I got. So yeah. Been a while that I wanted to do 2P1H, and I'm just glad I finally did it. Now, whatever happens. I'm just really happy about what I did. Yeah, and also I want to say 2P1H is very new still. Like, making combo is one thing, figuring tricks is another thing. Like, there is still a lot of tricks that you can do, a lot of tricks that have yet to be discovered. Every time I try to do 2P1H, if I try, I can find new tricks. You just have to think a little bit outside the box and do crazy stuff. And also, I think it's better. Like, I always try to film myself when I do 2P1H, because a lot of the time I will do something and I won't know how I did it. Like, sometimes it just happens. And if you don't have a video of it, then it's really hard to replicate it or to understand what you did. So sometimes it's just really good to film 2P1H so you can have an easier time looking at tricks. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Ciao.